Test, test. My name is Svetlana Shasharina, and today I'm going to show you a simple practice which I recommend to do in the morning on an empty stomach before you eat anything. You can do it also in the afternoon, but make sure they didn't have a huge lunch or before dinner, but it might have some somewhat energizing effect on you. So this is a good practice to start an active day when you have lots of challenges, and it will invigorate you, energize you. So let's begin. Find a nice surface in your house, preferably not slippery. It's very helpful to use a yoga mat, which I'll be using here today. So our practice will consist of several parts. First of all, we'll start with warming up our body, making our synovial fluid moving fluidly through the body, basically prepare for the practice. The next part will be pranayamas, which are mostly energizing practices which prepare you for pranayama proper, and pranayama proper will be probably demonstrated in a different video. Then next will be a sequence for cleaning your lungs, to make sure that they're free of phlegm, any extra liquids, fluids, and dust particles, so it's kind of shaking the lungs of all the bad stuff you have. And finally, I'll recommend you to finish it with some meditative practice, which I will not record for the sake of time. So, several things to remember. If you find yourself distracted during the practice, try to return to be here and now, because you already decided to devote this 30-40 minutes to the practice, and if you're distracted, you'll just waste your time. You'll waste 40 minutes of your life without reaching the benefits which pranayamas will give to you. And before the start, I want to thank Andrei Tkachenko, who taught me all these practices, and I'll introduce the link in the text for this video, so you can follow Andrei if you want to. So let's begin. Find your yoga mat. Put your feet pretty close by. Put your palms in a namaste gesture. Your chin slightly forward. The eyes closed or slightly open. Direct all attention inside. Try not to be distracted too much by the outside world. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin with the warm-up. In this warm-up, we'll try to address all joints of the body. So I'll start with a gentle rotation of your head, very gentle. The scaling muscles are very gentle, so don't overdo it. Just several rotations. One direction, opposite direction. You can do the sign of infinity or the horizontal 8, going several times in one direction, and catching yourself in the mid-motion and switching directions. Try to rotate your shoulders as deep as you can. Let's go backwards first. When you have enough, switch directions. The next movement consists of rolling your upper body and neck forward as much as you can. Like when you open the can, you know how this metal gets rolled up. So imagine yourself, you're like opening a can of sardines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you do it on yourself, you can do longer. I'm just demonstrating the techniques today. Next exercise is similar, but you do it in one one direction. So we start to the right. It's like a little exotic dance. The next exercise will be synchronized with breathing. When you inhale, you coil yourself in this position, and when you exhale, you straighten yourself up. Oh, just good reminder to have Kleenex handy because things will come out, and it's one of the benefits actually that we want. So let's continue. Next, let's rotate our hips. One direction. Change directions. Let's do the following motion. We basically will be drawing a figure 8 by your elbow. So choose direction and go 5 times, creating the figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change the direction of this figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, using your hips, draw the infinity sign in the horizontal plane. So remember the direction you start with, because every direction, every figure can go in 2 directions. So we'll start with 1 and do, say, 6 figure 8s in one direction, and I'll switch direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's do rotation with our knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I apologize, I don't have the full range of motion. I'm due for the surgery soon, and moreover, I'm 65 years old, so it should be inspiration for many people to stay pretty healthy. Next, we'll do the feet. And for this motion, we'll stand on our toes, straighten our body. If you can arch it back, it will be great. When you exhale, and you synchronize the exhale with the movements of your arms, and at the end, you lift your toes up like a scared kitten. Let's do several. It feels so good actually to move your toes, so let's do several movements just with your toes, up and down, and you can synchronize movements of your toes with your movements of your fingers. So another interesting exercise which I learned from Karuna is to massage your ribs with your shoulder blades. So basically try to connect your shoulder blades behind and do this movement with your hands. You can feel how your shoulder blades will massage your ribs, which is really, really pleasant. It makes you really warm right away. Now we'll do what in Moscow used to say bye-bye, bye, 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 bye. Let's rotate our wrists a little bit, both directions, rotate our elbows, both directions. Now we'll switch to bigger movements, and since I have instability in my knee, I'll use sticks for that, but if you have good knees and good balance, you don't need sticks for that. So in this exercise, we'll be just rotating our big hip going forward and backwards. So we'll start with going forward. 5. Let's change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change leg. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, must feel good by now. So the body is more or less warm. So now we can proceed and start our pranayamas. The first one, I call it Kapalabhati with a volleyball. So I assume that you're familiar with the term Kapalabhati. Just in case if you're not very familiar, I recommend to read up on that. But just to remind you, it's a very deliberate, quick exhalation with moving your stomach inwards with a natural inhalation without any effort. But in this exercise, we'll combine this movement with the movements of your hands as if you're playing a ball and trying to push it against the floor and reflect it in the air. And we'll proceed, I'll show you the movements. We'll go this direction first, then we'll go this direction, around, trying to arch here, get a good stretch right here, go backwards, have a good stretch here, kind of in the side and in the back of your back. So when you do that, it's a good practice to do Mula Bandha at the same time. That will make the movement more pronounced. And in this exercise, you should feel that your stomach is working. At the end, you will feel a little bit tiredness in your stomach. Well, let's begin. Excuse me. Like I warned you. Grand finale. I forgot to tell you, if you get tired before I finish, feel free to stop and just finish the video till the end. I assume that you will not be able to follow all the exercises from the first time. So the first time you probably will be learning more, and the second time it will be more fluid. So since we did a little bit of hyperventilation, so we pushed the blood close to our extremities, I like to do a little bit of stomach manipulation to calm my system down, because stomach manipulations typically have parasympathetic effect, and it's also nice to suck your blood back to this area. So I can never get enough of Agnisara Dhavati. So that's what we're going to do. Agnisara Dhavati, and deep inhale, deep exhale, Uddiyana, and release to Dhyana. So it's like moving your stomach like this. It should be somewhat relaxed, but not relaxed to the level that you cannot pull it back. You should feel the pump motion inside your liquids there. To feel it even stronger, keep Mula Bandha. So let's do like 10 of them. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. For some reason I started breathing. Inhale, exhale, hold after exhalation, and do this movement on the stomach after that. Let's begin. Start over. After most of these sequences, I will try to do what is called Ujjayi Vyama. It's basically trying to relax your system, doing Ujjayi breath synchronized with movements of your arms. So one of these movements goes like this. So you inhale, doing Ujjayi in this pattern. So when you do Ujjayi, I heard many people making very strong sound. It should be almost silent. And this particular exercise is supposed to relax your system, make it more contemplative and meditative. So don't force the exhalation in and out. If you just do natural exhalation here, you will see that you can prolong your exhalation longer, the same with inhalation. The next exercise, one of my favorites, it's called this here. So the movement consists of the following. On the inhalation, we stand up, arch our back backwards without pushing your head backwards too much, so it should be like one line with the body. On the exhalation, you bend forward as if you're skier pushing yourself downhill. There's certain levels of intensity here. You can just stay with your feet on the floor all the time. You can jump actually on the inhalation and land softly here. You can do it in a shallow manner or in a deep manner. So the sequence will consist of say 20 skiers with the movement synchronized with breathing. Inhale, exhale. After that we'll have a couple of breaths and we'll do the same movement on holding your breath after inhalation. So I will do about 20 movements with the breath and about 8-10 movements holding breath. If you feel that you get tired, just proceed on your own. So first do as many as you want synchronized with breathing, and then hold your breath after inhalation and do several movements holding your breath. On the second stage, when you hold your breath and you feel yourself tensing up, pay attention to your throat and your mouth. Relax them. If you relax your throat and mouth, it will be easier to hold this breath. Okay, let's do it. Rest a little bit. Couple of calm breaths. And now inhale, not to the limit, like 90% inhalation. Hold your breath, keep your cords open, keep your mouth relaxed, and do the same movement as many times as you feel comfortable with. Okay, let's begin. You can can feel that your heart rate is up, you try to breathe too much, to calm your system down, it's very useful to just lower your head on the level of your knees. Try to stretch your back. And as soon as you put your head down, you'll see that your breathing slows down. Second movement of Ujjayi Vyama. It's the previous one was like this. This one will just go like this, where you bend a little bit backwards, but without pushing your head backwards too much. Just stay in one line. So let's do Ujjayi breath a couple of times. One more. Next pranayama is called the pump. And at first the movement seems a little bit artificial, but the more you do it, the more you enjoy it, and the more fluid it will become. So it goes like this. On the inhalation, you rotate your arms backwards, then you pull them up and exhale, like pushing the pump down. Let's repeat here. So we'll do the same pattern. We'll do about 20, maybe 30 pumps synchronized with breath. So inhalation, hold inhalation, rotate back, and exhale. Then we'll take a couple of relaxing breaths and do the same movement holding your breath. If you are too tired to hold your breath, you can just repeat the first pump synchronized with breathing. Okay, let's begin. Relax for a second. Couple of calm breaths. And we'll do the same movement, holding your breath after inhalation. Okay, let's begin. Inhale to 90%. Hold. Like previously, you can rest in this pose. One more Ujjayi Vyama, which is done in this pattern. So we've done this one, we've done this one, now we'll go this way. And inhalation, just returning the same pattern. Let's do one at least. Time flies faster than I expected, so I'll skip one of them, one of the ones I planned. And the next one will be the pranayama is done for kind of massaging your heart, I would say. So let's do several chest bastrikas. So basically, bastrika is different from kapalabhati in this regard that exhalation and inhalation are both very manifested, very powerful, very vigorous, and approximately equal in length. So like chest bastrika will go like this. Then we'll do inhalation through kaki mudra. It means that you constrict your breathing by making the inhalation through the mouth, which is shaped like a very narrow O. So the effect is that the pressure inside the chest will feel a little bit less than the typical inhalation. So we'll do this. After that, we'll puff our cheeks, hold the breath, put the chin down, and do very vigorous movements with our shoulders. Try not to move your elbows too much. This is supposed to massage your body, and you should feel the movement propagating all the way through your skeleton to the floor. So okay, so I'll start over because we lost the momentum. So I'll do 10 bastrikas first, and after that proceed with the sequence. Hold your breath, puff the cheeks. What I'm feeling after such exercises is not very strong and obvious after physical exercise, but it's very pleasant physical feeling, which is much more subtle. So try to notice these sensations and enjoy them, because pranayama and pranayama should be pleasant. So I was planning to introduce several of the 12 circles which were coined by Russian yogis, but I think I'll have time only for one or two, and then we'll proceed with the cleansing sequence. So the essence of the circle is that every circle consists of hyperventilation, which is followed typically by stomach manipulation, and then we proceed by holding breath on inhalation. So we'll do very simple ones. So let's start with full bastrika, meaning that imagine that you have like a cylinder inside of your abdomen, and the cylinder expands in all directions at the same time. So it goes 360 around your body and this way as well. So it's a good practice to keep Mula activated at the same time. So we'll do, for the sake of like time, I'll do just 10, but you can do like 15. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, and hold Uddiyana Bandha. Very smooth inhalation, maybe 1 or 2 breaths. Now inhale, not fully, just comfortably, maybe 80%. Put your hands behind your head And while you're holding breath, do these movements sideways. Back and forth. Hold your breath. Now try to inhale as much as you can. Hold, hold. Full exhalation. Press your ribs in. So I added to traditional circle, I added the isometric relaxation, which basically trains your muscles and the whole system of exhalation and inhalation. Just they can be done separately, but it's nice to combine them just to save time. I'll do one more circle, which will include what's called great piercing. So I don't know how other people, but sometimes when I do this, I have very unusual feelings, so somewhat changed state. So if you have not done this before, I would recommend to do it on your knees so you wouldn't fall down. I hope you still can see me. So let's do first hyperventilation, and this time we'll do hyperventilation through Kaki Mudra. So we'll do 10 powerful inhalations. I'll hold my nose and I'll inhale through very narrow mouth. Actually, we'll not hold, this time we'll not hold your nose, we'll just use our arms and hands as a support here. So let's do 10 of them. Just to explain the sequence, we'll do 10 Kaki Mudra hyperventilation breathings. Then we'll do Jalandhara Bandha, which is basically closing the passage here and attaching your chin to your chest. We'll do Mala Bandha. And we'll do, the final thing would be piercing your navel, the stomach. So your hands will be shaped like this. You rotate them like this, and you push inside in the middle of the stomach where the navel is. In fact, I changed my mind. Instead of Jalandhara, we'll do throat lock, backward throat lock, and that can lead somewhat changed state because you are closing the arteries there behind. So be careful about that. So let's start with 10 Kaki Mudras, then we'll do great piercing, then we'll finish with Mahabandha, which will be involving all 3 locks, Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha, and we'll also do Uddiyana Bandha. Okay, let's begin. Can you see me? Mula Bandha, backward throat lock, and piercing here. Full exhalation and 3 bandhas. We'll proceed with kind of rushing a little bit. We'll proceed with a cleansing sequence, and we'll finish our practice after that. Okay, so we'll start with I will be standing just for the sake of the video, but you might find a more comfortable position. You can sit in Padmasana or any pose you typically use for meditation. Find a meditation bench, just be comfortable. I'll be standing so you can see me better. So we'll start with one sequence. We'll do Brahmari 3 times. Then we'll do Kaki Mudra inhalation and holding the breath with puffed cheeks to kind of push the liquid out here and reach the cleansing effect in the sinuses. And we'll finish with a very powerful Kapalabhati to get rid of the liquid which could have accumulated in this process. So let's do 2 Brahmaris for the sake of time. I like to do 3 typically, but I'll do 2 today. So Brahmari, inhale, and on exhalation, you hold, basically you hold your eyes and you close your ear passages, and you do this humming sound the big bumblebee is doing in the summer. Try to make it as vibrating as possible because it's really pleasant to feel the vibration propagating through your body. Let's begin. Inhale and repeat. Inhale through Kaki. Close your nostrils, puff your cheeks, put your chin close to your chest, and push the air out in all the openings in your head. It felt so good, so I'll do it again. Now let's do alternating Kapalabhati with attention on the sinuses, so you can just get rid of all liquid. Prepare Kleenex, because at least in the winter things will come out. Let's do 10 just for simplicity, but you should probably do about 30 when you do your own practice. The final cleansing sequence will be the following. So first we'll do some chest bastikas, then we'll do Kaki Mudra inhalation exhalation, then we inhale, hold the breath, and we'll be actually heading our chest, our stomach, our back to produce this vibration, so all the things which accumulated, extra particles or extra liquid, could release them. So okay, so let's do just 10 bastrikas. Oh, just for fun, let's do with arm movements. Kaki Mudra. Let's do one more. Calm inhalation through the nose. Hold your breath and start tapping your ribs, your chest, everything you can reach. Any movements are good because you can reach areas which are typically not reached. Since I'm talking, I'll just do one more inhalation, which you should not be doing. If you feel anything accumulated in your throat, it's good. It's a good sign that the technique is working. So you can just swallow whatever came out. It just It's not poisonous because it came from you. So we'll do one more because it's very cheerful and fun to finish the morning practice with singing. So we'll do some sounds, like vibration techniques. So we'll do first several bastrikas, then we'll do kaki mudra, followed by simhasana maybe, and after that we'll do some singing while we getting rid of stuff in our body. Okay, let's begin. 10 bastrikas of your choice. Could be chest bastrika, full bastrika, combined with movements. I like combining the movements because it's cheerful. I'll do this movement. Kaki. One more. Inhale and start singing. I believe I spent 41 minutes because I'm talking too much. Usually in 41 minutes you can do a little bit more because I was adding some explanation. So your morning practice should probably take 30 minutes. So if you have extra time after that, you can sit in your favorite meditation position, meditate, or combine meditation with cyclical breathing. For example, you can do Viloma, Nadi Shothana, Anuloma Viloma. You can do just simple breathing, like 1 to 1. Basically, try to inhale to the count of 15 and exhale the count of 15 like 10 times. It's just a good way to begin your day. Thank you for your attention. Bye.